Hello! In front of me I have Motorola Moto G72 and I'm gonna show you how to enable and how to disable the Do Not Disturb mode and also how to customize the settings for it. First we need to open the quick panel on our phone, and to do it you can swipe down from the top of the screen twice. So once and twice, like this. And once you open the quick panel, you should see a bunch of icons on it, and one of the icons should be Do Not Disturb mode. And to enable the mode, you can simply tap on this icon. The icon will change the color, and also it will say on the icon. And once you're done, you can press the home button, for example, to go back to home screen. And at this point, the Do Not Disturb mode is enabled. You can tell by this icon right here at the top of the screen, or if you open the quick panel, the icon will be bluish. Basically, it will change the color. And to disable the Do Not Disturb mode, simply open the quick panel again, tap on the icon, it will say off, the icon will go back to the gray color, and also this icon from top here, from the top, will disappear basically. Okay, so that's how you enable and disable the mode. But you can also customize a couple of settings for it. So we can open the quick panel, press and hold on the Do Not Disturb mode icon to open the Do Not Disturb mode settings, and here we can change a couple of things. First thing we can do is to enable or disable the mode by tapping on this button right here. Below we have the category called What Can Interrupt Do Not Disturb, and basically here you can customize who or what can interrupt the Do Not Disturb. So basically if you have the mode enabled, it will push the sound notifications anyway. And we can tap on people right here, and we have conversations, calls and messages. If you tap on conversations, here you can select which type of conversations will be able to interrupt the Do Not Disturb mode, and we have all conversations, priority conversations and none. Select the option you like by tapping on it and then go back. Next we have calls. If you tap on this option, you can select which group of people is gonna be able to interrupt the Do Not Disturb mode. And we have start contacts only. So basically if you select this option, only people on the start contacts list will be able to interrupt the Do Not Disturb mode. Next we have contacts. So if you select this option, only people from your contact list will be able to do it. And if you select anyone, basically anyone will be able to interrupt the Do Not Disturb mode. And if you select none, nobody will be able to do it. And below we have an option called Allow Repeat Callers, and you can enable it or disable it. What this option does is basically if somebody calls you more than once within 15-minute period, the call will go through. So the notification will go through. It's gonna interrupt the Do Not Disturb mode. Okay, let's go back to the people menu, and here we can tap on messages, and this is basically same as calls but for the messages. So people from the start contacts, anyone or none. So select the option you like and then go back to the Do Not Disturb mode. Okay, so that's people. Now we can tap on apps, and here we can add the apps to the list that will be able to interrupt Do Not Disturb mode. So for example, you have the Do Not Disturb mode enabled, and certain apps will be able to push the sound notification through it. And we can tap on Add Apps, and it will open the list of apps. You can find the app you want to select. For example, I don't know, maybe YouTube, tap on it. And here you have different types of notifications you can enable. For example, notifications for subscriptions, live streams, and stuff like that. I'm just gonna allow all notifications and go back. And now the YouTube will be right here up at the top of the list, and it will be able to interrupt the Do Not Disturb mode. And below apps we have the alarms and other interruptions. Let's tap on it, and here basically we can select which features will be able to interrupt the Do Not Disturb mode. And we have alarms, media sounds, touch sounds, reminders and calendar events. And you can enable them or disable them by tapping on the switch next to them. Okay, let's go back to Do Not Disturb mode settings. Below the What Can Interrupt the Do Not Disturb category, we have schedules. And here we can tap on schedules option, and what we can do here is basically set up a schedule which allows us to, or rather, allows us to enable the Do Not Disturb mode automatically and turn it off automatically at certain times. So, as you can see, we have pre-existing ones and we can enable them or disable them by tapping on them. We can tap on the settings icon to edit them, but we can also add our own. So if you tap on Add More, select the type of the event or schedule, for example, time, name it, tap Add, it will create the schedule, and here we can customize it. We can edit the name by tapping on Edit. We can enable it or disable it. We can tap on days to select the days on which the schedule will be active, and you can check them or uncheck them by tapping on them. Then we have the start time. This is the time on which the Do Not Disturb mode will be turning on automatically. So we can tap on it and set it to something like, I don't know, maybe 11:30. Like that, and tap on OK. Next we have the end time. This is the time on which the Do Not Disturb mode will be turning off. So let's set it to something like maybe 6:30 a.m. Like that. Okay. And below we have option alarm can override end time, and you can enable it. So basically if the alarm goes off, it will be able to turn off the schedule. And last option is Do Not Disturb mode behavior. You can tap on it and select, for example, custom, and you can customize it. Customize how the Do Not Disturb mode should behave when it's using this schedule. You can customize a couple of options like the calls, like we did earlier, the allow repeat callers, messages, and the features like sounds, touch sounds, alarms. You can enable or disable them. Okay. And once you're done with your schedule, you can go back and you can enable it, disable it. You can also tap on settings to edit it, remove it by tapping on delete, like this. And that's all about schedules, basically. Okay, and the last category is general. And here we have duration for quick settings. If you tap on this option, right here, it allows you to set for how long the Do Not Disturb mode will be enabled. And we have until you turn it off. If this option is selected, it's gonna turn on the Do Not Disturb mode, and it will be on until you turn it off. If you select for 1 hour, you can basically set it to be enabled for a certain period of time. And we can add and subtract the time, like this. And ask every time. Basically, we'll ask you every time when you turn on the Do Not Disturb mode for how long it should be enabled. Okay. And the last option is display options for hidden notifications. And here you can select no sound from notifications, no visuals or sound from notifications, and custom. And if you select custom, you can customize it to your liking by checking or unchecking the options. Okay. And that's about all. Now we can close the settings. And that's how you enable and how you disable the Do Not Disturb mode, and also how you customize the settings for it. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel and leaving a like on the video.